All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about something, a hidden cost. It's an expense that you'll never ever see on your bank statement, but trust me, it could be draining more from your life than pretty much anything else.
So, I've got to ask you straight up, what's your biggest expense? Like right now? No, really, take a second. What's that one thing that just eats away at your bank account every single month?
And I bet I know what you're thinking. For most of us, the answer is, well, it's pretty obvious, right? It's the rent or the mortgage. It's the bills, the price of food going up, inflation, or just good old taxes. These are the usual suspects we always blame for being broke. But what if the real thing holding you back is something completely different? And there it is. This is the whole point of what we're talking about today. I want you to forget about rent for a minute. Forget about your bills. The single biggest, most destructive expense a person can have. It's excuses. So this is where we have to kind of rewire our brains a little bit. We're on the hunt for a cost that, yeah, it's invisible. Your budgeting app is never going to flag it, but it has a massive, real impact on your finances and your future. See, the thing is, excuses are so much more expensive than we realize. I'm talking they kill more dreams than a lack of money ever will. Seriously, every single time you justify not doing something, you're paying for it. It's this quiet, invisible leak that's draining your money, your energy, and your entire future. Let's just call it what it is, right? It's an invisible tax. But it's not the government charging you, it's a tax you're charging yourself. Every day, every time you pick an excuse instead of taking action. Yeah, this isn't about the IRS. This is a personal tax. The payment is that day of progress you just lost when you said, I'll do it tomorrow. It's all the energy you burn blaming the economy or your boss instead of just, figuring it out. It's the slow, quiet way that big dreams go to die.
And check this out, because this is where it gets really interesting. It points to a simple truth. People who succeed and people who struggle, they live on the same planet. They get the same 24 hours in a day. The big difference isn't what's happening to them. It's what's happening in their heads. One group spends their time just cranking out excuses. The other, they invest that exact same time creating leverage and finding opportunities. And you know what? This tax, it isn't a one-time thing. Oh no. It actually builds up over time, kind of like a debt that just keeps growing. Let's call it the debt of delay. And this is the tricky part, the paradox of it all. Making an excuse? It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime in that moment. In fact, it feels kind of good, right? A little relief? But keeping that excuse, living with it, man, that's where it gets expensive. It's like an investment that is guaranteed to lose you money. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? You're essentially making a trade. You get a little bit of comfort right now by letting yourself off the hook. But what you're paying with is a future full of regret. Regret for what you didn't do, what you didn't learn, and who you could have become. Okay, think of it like this. It's a credit card, the credit card of regret. Every time you make an excuse, that's a swipe. And you don't feel it right away, do you? But silently, in the background, the interest is just racking up. And that interest is lost opportunities, skills you never learned. And then, one day, bam, the bill shows up. And let me tell you, it is a big one. All right, a little bit of tough love here, but you need to hear this. Nobody cares about your excuses. I mean, nobody. They have zero value in the real world. Your landlord doesn't care. The bank definitely doesn't care. Life just doesn't care why you didn't do it. It only pays attention to what you actually did. Okay, so how do we get out of this mess? How do you stop paying this crazy invisible tax? Well, it all starts with a really simple but honestly life-changing shift in how you talk to yourself. This right here. This is the whole game. The second you hear yourself say the words, I can't because, you have to physically stop yourself. And then you just flip the script. You ask a new question. How can I? So I can't afford it suddenly becomes, okay, how can I afford it? I don't have time becomes, how can I find the time? See the difference? One is a dead end. The other is a doorway. And the crazy thing is, the effect is instant. The second you kill an excuse, a door opens. You're not just getting rid of a bad habit, you're creating a new opportunity. You stop being a passenger in your own life and you grab the steering wheel. You're no longer a victim, you're the one in charge. So, when you get right down to it, it's all about a choice. A really basic choice that you have to make every single day with every little thing you do or don't do.
And here's the bottom line. You can be broke from excuses, or you can be wealthy from execution. But you cannot, absolutely cannot, have both. It's one or the other. You have to pick which one you want to be rich in.
So let's circle all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to ask you one last time. What is your biggest expense right now? Is it really your rent or your bills, or is it that invisible tax you're paying every single day on your own untapped potential? The decision on what to cut? Well, that's up to you.